Hey, it's Mr. Johns. Welcome to this edition of Hot Wheels Mustangs. When we left off last, I had posted 2001 Hot Wheels Mustangs, and my goal is always to have examples of each model for that year, but it's also to have the research done so I can share what cars, what Mustangs came out from Mattel that year. But it's quite a research challenge for sure. It's there. There is no one great source. I can't just go to HotWheels.com. Amazingly enough, it is not. Um, it is not the perfect place to find every Hot Wheels ever made. You think it would be. You can't go to the Hot Wheels Wikipedia site because that's created by people, and people are often wrong. Um, Although information there is good, um, it doesn't always catch everything, and sometimes it's wrong. Um, so you have to do a lot of research. It's digging and digging and digging. So an example, and I've talked about this before, but if you go to Hot Wheels Wikipedia and you look at all the cars for 2001, you think, okay, I got it, right? It'll like these are the 2001 Hot Wheels cars, and you go and you look for all the Mustangs. That's what I do. However, then you realize that the community who creates the Wikipedia site didn't really include everything. So you have to look for like 67 Mustang convertible and do a search, and you'll find two cars for that year, for example. And you're like, wait a minute, those weren't listed there on one site, one page, but they are listed under the specific car. So that means you have to go and research every Hot Wheels Mustang just to make sure you're not missing a car for that year. And then on top of that, there are some special editions that people missed, didn't know about. Maybe they were promotional things that were only at a dealership or only at a special like NASCAR event. So while I try to do get all my information correct, I too miss some things. And so in the year 2000, I had a pretty good handle on all the cars, including a special edition Houston Astros promotional, and a Target exclusive, Editor's Choice, and one that I couldn't afford. I'm having a hard time finding for a price I can afford. It's a Gone in 60 Seconds Mustang Shelby, of course. It's expensive. So right now I just made a note to myself, expensive. I'll maybe come back and grab that later. But I do have one a version of that 67 Shelby GT500 from the Legends 2-car set, which was more affordable, let's say. All right, and then the 70 Ford Mustang Boss. Beautiful car. Look at the detail of that. I mean, there are some adult collectibles in the Hot Wheels line. These don't go great on a track. They don't go very fast. They have real rubber tires, which slows it down with more friction. But the detail is amazing. So over on the right here, this shows a car that I received recently. I had stumbled across somewhere, whether it's eBay, the Wikipedia, other club sites, that there was this Street Machines, Muscle Cars, Raw Power, Hot Rod, Adkins. I'm not sure the tie-in Adkins. I think that was a store back east, perhaps. And they had this special edition 70 Mustang Boss 429 in orange that came out in 2000. And I thought, wait a minute, I don't have that on my list anywhere. So I found it, ordered it, and it comes in this. I mean, this box is over 20 years old, and still unopened, which is fantastic. And so here it is. And so I took a picture of it because it doesn't always show up so great on my webcam. But we want to open this thing up for the very first time in, as of this recording, 22 years. And unveilings are pretty exciting for me. So especially with a car that's never been opened before. And oh, that one is like, that one's gonna need scissors. I'm surprised at how. Yeah, that's, they don't want you to get into that and steal that at the store. That's for sure. Gonna have to cut that open. It's a really good thing that I don't care about the the casing. Again, for those of you who don't collect Hot Wheels, this is cringeworthy. Me cutting open a perfectly good 22-year-old unopened Hot Wheels model, which is worth twice as much in its case. So I have just reduced the value in half. Okay, a little back thing popped off. It's a protector pack. All right, so we are down into the car. Now we get to the blister pack. So this is, I don't know if that protector pack was at the store. Well, it had to have been because it was in the box. Interesting. So it came in a like a really thick protector pack, assuming you're going to be the collector that keeps them in that pack. But the car itself, in a fairly normal blister pack, although it has some additional Hot Rod magazine and Adkins up in the corner. Oh, it says special edition is what that is. Special edition. For ages over 14 years, die-cast metal and plastic parts, Hot Wheels collectible. Limited edition Series 1, 4 of 4. So let's bust that open. So tear that open. Get down to the, again, scissors. And I'd be careful here a little bit so I don't scratch the paint. But again, with these collectibles, they are oftentimes in additional packaging, a little plastic to keep them from shaking around in the package. So this is an amazingly beautiful car. The hood opens. It's got, and I'll take some better pictures of this and post it. And so, really cool detailed engine, beautiful paint job, chrome wheels, and detailed back end, which is so important on a Mustang because of those tail lights are really Mustang, specific. Oh, sorry. There we go. So it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. And, I didn't think much about the 1970 Boss Mustang, really. But, and here's the bottom, detailed exhaust and blue engine. And so those are the things that you don't get on a normal Hot Wheels car. I didn't really think about the 70 Boss that much as one of my favorite Mustangs, but the more I see these, I really realize it's very, very beautiful car. So, all right, moving on to 2001. Again, that's the year I just covered last month. And, I apologize, these don't come out more often because I am, saving my money up. This is an expensive hobby. Some of these cars are $40, $50 each, at least. I think the most I've spent is, just over $100, I believe, for a car. But typically I try to get them for $20 or $30. But that's expensive. So if I'm having to add 5 or 6 cars for a month, it takes me sometimes a little bit to save up. And secondly, I'm busy. Full-time teacher, and I teach online at night, and I have a family, so busy, and other hobbies as well. So busy, and I'm doing some research to make sure I've got these cars in the right year, so that takes me time. So try to come out with one a month, and that's my goal. 2001, I knew I was missing this car, and I had really not known much about the Hot Wheels excuse me, Frappuccino shot here. That'll always help. Okay, I'm back. Excuse me. Yeah, there we go. The 100% Hot Wheels series, limited edition for the adult collector. So I guess that's me. These aren't toys. I mean, in the store, these are, $10 and $20, and online they're going to be much, much more. I came across this one as well, that there was a 65 Shelby GT350 that came out that I hadn't seen on any list. And then I discovered that there was this series called 100% Hot Wheels, and they've changed the name a couple times, but I don't know why they call it 100% Hot Wheels. I mean, aren't they all? Like what are the others? 65% Hot Wheels. So it's a dumb name in my opinion. So Mattel, if you're listening, that really should be something else. you know, it's high end, highly detailed something Hot Wheels. And so this car is beautiful. The black and gold makes me think of Hertz Rent-A-Cars. And so you could actually go to Hertz Rental Car Company and rent a Mustang, not just a Mustang, but a Shelby GT. And those were specialty colors of black with gold stripes. And so I don't know if they were all that, but to my knowledge, most, when I see black and gold, I think of the Hertz Rent-A-Car, Rent-A-Racer, I think they called them. So that's what the box looked like, and here it is right here. We're going to open that thing up too. And I know with the Hot Wheels, 100% Hot Wheels, I know exactly what to expect when I open this up. I'm, again, not caring about the box, tearing it wide open, whatever, throwing that away. But it's packaged very, very well. And so everything is like tucked away, and I don't have my, I used to use an overhead cam, and it just never worked. So I just went back to trying to show you live here on my webcam. So, and it's really not that great. So see if I can zoom in there. I'll figure out a better way. I think when I do that, I should have, what I should do is hold up something behind it. No, that didn't help at all. I'll figure it out. I'm working on that. I like that part of it. So what we end up with is a car in a collectible display case, which is great, except for it doesn't fit on my shelf. So I mean that's pretty cool, and it's not the same type of. I have little plastic. I don't know if I have any handy here. You should see my desk. It's covered in Hot Wheels cars and other stuff. But I have a little plastic closable display. Don't have any of them handy. That I bought like 100 of. So as I go through my cars, I add them to a collectible, not a collectible, a protective plastic case. They're cheap. And I write the year on the bottom, and I put them on my shelf in sequential order. So that's my method. And I totally forgot that on the bottom of this, there are 2 screws, and I did not bring a small, it's a small like eyeglass screwdriver. So you'll have to just take my word for it that I have it, and it's beautiful. I will take some pictures of that. I mean, you see it right here. This is exactly what it looks like, but I'm going to take it out of its package. And then what I do is I add it to my collection on the shelf, and then add it to my website. That is kind of the sequence of events: research, buy it, receive it, shoot a video, add it to my shelf in sequential order, numerical order. So right now I'm on 2000. Well, I'm on 2002, but I'm going back and adding a few that I missed. So this will go on the 2001 shelf, and then I add a picture to the website, and that's the process. And then I move on to 2002, which I'm doing next shortly, hoping to get about 12 or 13 cars off my desk right here, so I can move on. So it's a fun process. It's a great hobby. I hope you also have the opportunity to pick up a few Hot Wheels. You know, they're $1. So, you know, if you see one you love, grab it now, because it'll be worth $20, $30, $40 down the road. Believe me, it will. And if you want to keep the value high, keep it in the blister pack. Don't open it. But if you're like me, like, I'm going to open it, look at it, play with it, zoom it down a track. That's what they're for, in my opinion. So there's a couple updates for 2000 and 2001. I'll catch you next year in 2002. For now, Mr. John's out.